Hello, this is Dr. Albus McDonald, permanent vacation specialist. Preeminent vaccination specialist. I'm back following a prolonged absence by popular demand. That is, I am back by popular demand following a prolonged absence. Both ways could be true, it doesn't matter. Since this is my first new COVID-19 video in quite a while, let me just remind all you viewers and myself that I am an almost officially recognized authority on infectious diseases. How recognized? I signed an autograph for an online fan last month, and I was stopped twice by the police. Oh, and I'm also a budding chess player since watching The Queen's Gambit. I felt it was important to resurface, specifically to encourage people to get the COVID vaccine. We were off to such a great start, but there are still a lot of reluctant Ralphs and a few plain old lazy Susans. If you're wondering where I've been for the past few months, I have been staying out of the public limelight quite on purpose. To make a long story short, something I said in a television interview had inadvertently offended a group of viewers who complained. Unfortunately, they never identified themselves or what it was they objected to, so I didn't even know who to apologize to or what for. I even retained an expensive attorney, because the one thing I learned is that representation matters. In the end, I discovered that I was just being pranked by internet trolls. Meanwhile, I had taken a sabbatical from my professorial and clinical duties. That spun me into a depression that defied medication, meditation, personal hygiene, and laundry. The good news is that I used the time to author a new academic paper / BuzzFeed blog post titled "The Case Against Harvesting COVID Immunity Through Infected Cadavers," or Anti-Antibody Bodies. The chairman of my department at the university commended the paper, calling it tedious drivel and an irrelevant snooze fest. A lot has happened in the last few months since my last public appearance. The Pfizer vaccine, Moderna vaccine, and Johnson & Johnson fizzy cocktail have all been in use under emergency approval by the FDA, with marvelous results so far. Moderna has been approved for anyone as long as they're age 18 and over. If that doesn't make it seem cool to teenagers, I don't know what will. Pfizer is for anyone age 12 and up, just like an adult-priced movie ticket. The sooner more people get the vaccine, the sooner we may begin to rely on herd immunity. I've still been hanging around only other vaccinated scientists. We've been relying on nerd immunity. Be aware that there are some common side effects, such as injection site pain, sore muscles, and fatigue. That's not so much different than a night of clubbing, is it? Other side effects like fever, chills, and headache usually fade in 24 to 48 hours. Too many people have failed to return for their second dose, but as I tried to convince my first wife, it's worth a second shot. After my vaccine, I felt as protected and confident as the spoiled adult son of a Fortune 500 CEO in his own brand new luxury convertible. Now, let me address the skeptics out there. Some say they don't trust the vaccine because they don't know what's in it. Ironically, these are often the same people who will eat a McDonald's McRib sandwich, but that's not the point. The list of ingredients is very easy to find on official vaccine websites. I realize that that may not reassure everyone, so let me try these other methods. Get the vaccine or you're a big dumb baby. If you don't get the vaccine, you're not cool and I won't be your friend. Anti-vaxxer says what? Look, I'm tenured. I have nothing to lose, so I'm just going to say it. Get the vaccine, man. Don't be a turd. Well, I have to go, but I have to make one final point. There are no micro-tracking devices in the vaccine. There just aren't. I mean, having to mention it is all quite ridiculous. In fact, mentioning it is weird, isn't it? Like, why would he say that there's no tracking chip unless there really is a tracking chip? Look, we all have tons of government contracts in my lab. The government can't afford to develop science fiction level nanochip technology, nor would they be able to effectively monitor chipped people. They're barely keeping the post office going, people. Now, I know a thing or two about paranoid conspiracies, especially having been the recent victim of those internet trolls. And as my lawyer told me during my depression, chill out. So, from the Litmus Foundation Research Laboratory and Needle Factory, this is Dr. Albus McDonald saying, if you're already vaccinated, good for you. And if not, as the young people today say, go get it. Thanks for watching.